pumped. Pumped. This weekend is going to be mad, bro. There's 3 fights going on.
Boxing is flying at the moment. He needs to be perfect for every round, and he's got a mistake in him.
You got to strike while the iron is hot.
That's a good point. And that's another thing. That's going to be in the back of his mind the whole time.
10.21 gigawatts.
The moment he gets hit by a couple of big shots, is he thinking Ben Davidson's going to throw in the towel? Welcome to another episode of Bloodlust Boxing. I'm Sav.
And I'm Baz.
And today's episode, we've got LARA versus Wood, and a bumper-packed edition for you. We've got 3 videos coming out. I'm not sure which order is going to go in, but let's jump to it. LARA versus Wood. Let's go.
I'm pumped. This weekend is going to be mad, bro. There's 3 fights going on.
Boxing is flying at the moment. Depending on what way you look at it, obviously, because you had the Devin Haney stuff and whatever way you set on the fence, yeah. But it's fight after fight after fight after fight, and this week we've got some 3 big cards. And
you know what? This year started off really slow, and then just it's since sort of like February, March time, it's just been flying, bro.
Yeah. And Matchroom have been smashing it out of the park. Like, we've criticised them in the past, but they're putting on some good fights, aren't they? There's some good fighters.
Yeah, they're definitely leading the charge.
But yeah, let's get to it. LARA versus Wood. The first one went to Mauricio LARA.
Yeah.
I called it.
We both did.
We did. Actually, you did as well. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I said it was going to be like a piranha being eaten like a fish, like a goldfish. So
I did feel a bit bad about that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. No, look, we're Wood fans. We're both I like Wood and LARA. I think they're both great fighters, and it was a great fight. But I just think the hill was too high for Wood to climb that night. But what do you think about this fight? Does he have a chance?
You know what? I've got a little outside feeling that Wood is just gonna do it this time.
Yeah.
He's gonna avoid that big power punch. Man, the guy was winning every round.
Yeah, but he's got to avoid it for every round. Like,
yes, but he's got that unlocked. I'm telling you. I'm gonna call in it now. I reckon Wood's gonna win on points. Yeah. What's going on, Raggy?
he ain't gonna be having no Scooby stacks, but he might need it to win it. So okay, tell us what your thought process is, like where you come to.
Well, listen, Leigh was like, he was proper annoying LARA in that whole fight.
LARA was very tentative in the first fight, wasn't he? Unlike himself, normally he's like powering through, but
I think that's just because he was getting frustrated, because every time he tried to get that big right hand off, big left hand off, he was missing, because Leigh's footwork was there. The only reason Leigh
was it that, or was it just he heard about the power of Wood and he just thought, don't risk it?
Nah, I don't. Not when you're a big power puncher like LARA. You're not going to be worried about Leigh Wood's power. Nah, I can't see that. I reckon he's just getting frustrated, and I'll be honest, I think it was a bit of a lucky punch. He was doing it all night. Leigh Wood just switched off for 1 minute, and that's what happened.
But look, the way I look at it, it's like you're, I don't know, like a championship team, and you're playing Barcelona, peak Barcelona in championship manager or football manager. Yeah. For you to win, you have to reset that game 100 times and do everything perfect.
Are you talking about? But you're not recollecting our old FIFA days when we used to have to try and win with like Charlton or something.
No, like football manager, you have to save the game, reset it, and then you have to get everything spot on. And then the 100th go, the computer algorithm lets you win. I
don't know what you're on about. I used to smash Football Manager with Bromley FC, bruv. I used to win the Premiership.
But that's what has to happen with Wood. He needs to be perfect for every round, and he's got a mistake in him. He had it against Conlon when he went down, and he's going to have it again. And the only way he wins this fight is if he fights it 100 times. One of those times he's going to win. And it's not.
But he's got to capitalize on that, though.
It's just
if he doesn't capitalize on
style,
it, then
it's the styles and the timing.
Nothing.
It's the styles and the timing. It's nothing against Wood, but it's just how it is. It is how it is.
You still think it's the fish in the fish tank with the shark, yeah?
Wood looks sharper this time, but it's too soon after the last fight. Like, he should have taken a bit more time before jumping into this. I'm not saying have a fight in between, but just give it a bit more time for his body to recover. Whereas it's been, how long has it been? Does it 3 months since the last fight? Yeah, 3 months since the last fight. That's not enough time to recover.
The iron is hot, my friend. You got to strike while the iron is hot.
I mean, what's changed since last time? He's got the same trainer, Ben Davison, and Ben
Hmm.
Davison, I rate him as a trainer, to be honest. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
criticism, and he would have been analysing that fight to see if there's anything he could have done differently. But I think they did. They had the perfect game plan in the first fight, and that game plan is still the same for the second fight. But I just don't think you can
Fair
execute
point.
that level of restraint for all.
On Ben, do you think that he's got confidence in Ben anymore since he threw in the towel?
Well, that's a good point. And that's another thing. That's going to be in the back of his mind the whole time. Is he going to be
Mm.
rushing? The moment he gets hit by a couple of big shots, is he thinking Ben Davison's going to throw in the towel? Like that's
He's
actually
gonna-
a really
he's
good
gonna-
point. I didn't even
He's,
think about
he's
that.
gonna do a Chris Eubank and be like, Ben, don't
Leave
be
the
bringing
towel.
that towel in, bro.
Leave
Leave it at
Leave
home.
leave the towel at home.
Yeah.
But
No, that was a good
that'll
call by
throw
that.
you
That
off.
was a good call by Ben though. Like
He did
no one could have argued that.
It was a good call, and it's what got him this second fight, really. But
Yeah, he wouldn't have survived to do another fight if he didn't throw that towel in.
I mean,
But
Woods turned down the Warrington fight to fight Lara again. He could,
Mm.
or actually, he could have let Warrington fight Lara and then fought the winner of that.
yeah,
But he's like, no, he's probably got in the way. I don't know. Maybe he should.
he must still have that confidence. That's it. So he's not
He's
doubting
just
himself,
brave.
which is good.
Like he's a brave
Yeah.
fighter, and
Like we said, he's got a heart of a lion, hasn't he? So he'll keep going.
yeah, you know, he has got power. So if he does
Mm.
get that punch off, it might hurt Lara. But
Could do. The body work he was putting in was doing damage. That's another thing actually. I forgot to say that. The body work he was doing
Yeah.
was slowing him down.
yeah,
That's another
then
reason why
you say
Lara
that
couldn't get
when-
those big hits off.
when Warrington fought Lara the first time, he had
He was doing the
success.
same.
to
He was
begin
doing the
with.
same. It's true.
And then he got drawn into a bit of a war, and
And they got caught.
he got caught. He didn't box clever enough.
Yeah.
Whereas he was starting initially, he wasn't boxing too bad, Warrington, in that first
Mm.
fight. But
That's where Lara kind of reminds me a little bit like Canelo, because they both kind of take quite a
Bit of
lot of body
time.
punches and things like that. Yeah, and it does take a bit of punishment, but obviously it doesn't really affect them as much. And then they just wait for those big right hands or big left hands, isn't it?
the only thing that I think that helps Wood out this time is how much has Lara been sort of, is he let it slip a bit now that he's got the belt? Is he sort of, you know,
Has
he's
he
got a
gone
little
out
bit of money in
partying?
the pocket? Is he still got the same hunger? Like
It's-
Wood's got the hunger there. You can see it in his
Yeah.
eyes, but has Lara still got the same hunger? That's the only thing that slightly throws it in doubt. But yeah. So
No, it's fine.
I'm going for a Lara win, and I'm going to go via knockout. You're going
I got Woods fight, points win all day,
Okay.
son.
But let's have a quick look on the undercard. We've got Terry Harper.
Yep.
She's got the fight. Obviously,
Yeah,
she
not the fight she wanted.
Yeah, she wanted to fight on that Katie Taylor card. It was against Brackhouse, but she was ill, I think.
Mm.
And she's fighting I believe it's someone unknown. I don't know whether I don't know who it is.
Ivana Habazin. Yeah, not heard of her. I'll be honest with you.
It's a fight.
It's a fight.
And she said that she's got that edge a bit more this week, where she didn't have it in the last week under the Taylor card.
Yeah.
I think she likes being at that weight. She obviously stepped up in weight, and I think she's seen the benefits of that.
Suits her.
And the winner will hopefully may want that Natasha Jonas fight when I'm expecting Terry Harper to win. I don't think they're going to put it into a massively challenging fight after such short notice. But there's talks of Natasha Jonas. I don't think Joe Gallagher wants to do that with Natasha Jonas. He wants to get a big paycheck for her. So I don't know whether that happens or not. Also on the other card, we've got Jack Catterall versus Dara Foley. I don't know. Have you seen any of the build up on that one?
I didn't see much on it, and I'm a bit shocked. You know, like I know Jack Catterall was holding out when he was holding out for the
Taylor
rematch. Yeah, but
it just didn't happen under Boxer, did it?
Yeah,
they kept
I'm
getting
still gutted for
rescheduled.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Have you seen much about it?
Dara Foley, he's a funny guy. Yeah, he's had a couple of good one-liners, and he brings the noise. So he's confident. He's talking up the fight. It's made me want to watch it. That's for sure. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, then go check it out. It's been doing the rounds. He's got some good content out there. But
yeah, I have to take a look. To be fair, the undercard's not bad at all, really.
Yeah, I mean,
you got
Dara Foley had that upset against Robbie Robbie Davis. I don't know if you remember that fight. He was expected to lose, and then Robbie Davis injured his leg, but he got punched and knocked down first. So, and then he got the really bad leg injury, and he couldn't come back. So yeah, it's a good one for him. If he wins, then the gravy train keeps going.
Yeah.
He's had a big training camp as well for that as well. So like a 9-week training camp. So yeah, Daryl Foley could be an upset on there, but you'd expect Catchall to win. So I don't know. I'm just putting out there. It could be an upset, and if Catchall wins, then he's got that Regis Prograis fight potentially. Obviously, Regis Prograis signed with Matchroom. He's fighting not too distant future, and that'd be a great fight with Catchall and Regis Prograis. But obviously, he's got to get through Daryl Foley first. So he hasn't boxed for 450 days. Catchall.
450 days.
450 days, and before that, it was 350 days.
10.21 gigawatts. That's preposterous.
Marty.
Oh, man. Marty. That's so long, man. That's bare long.
It is, yeah. So it could be a potential upset there. You don't know, but
you just love a job where you could just like show up once a year.
But it's frustrating, isn't it? I mean, Catchall, like he's been wanting to fight for so long. So
and that ring rust could play a big part.
Yeah, there could be a bit of doubt in the back of his mind, but he's got a good coach, and they were he's the coach of Chantel Cameron. So, but yeah, also on the undercard, you were saying, sorry.
Nice. You got Danny Ball versus Jamie Robinson for the English welterweight title. You got Akib Fiaz versus
fighting again.
You
got a knockout in the last fight, I believe. So, and you got Campbell Hatton as well fighting on the undercard.
Yeah.
He's actually fighting a Polish guy and a Polish southpaw. So that's.
Ooh.
I haven't seen his record, but I don't think he's been stopped from what I heard. So
yeah, Michal Bullock.
Have you got his record in front of you?
Nah, you know what? I ain't got. What is with BoxRec, man? Like you lot out there, when you're trying to find things on BoxRec, why is it you can only find 2 people and then it blocks you out?
Yeah, but it's potential risky fight, that one. Any Polish fighter, they always bring the fire, don't they? Especially Southpaw.
Look what happened to Savage.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, it could be a risky fight for Campbell Hatton there. He's had a couple of close ones, hasn't he, in the past, where he got the rub of the green. He doesn't really want to have to do that again. So yeah.
True. And I think
speaking on Campbell Hatton, what do you think on the trainer situation? He's he's coached by his uncle, Matthew Hatton. Do you think
there was progress in the last fight. I feel like there was progress. Yeah. He got the knockout in the last fight as well.
I believe he got a knockout. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was down to a body shot, I believe. But no, there is definite progress there. I think he still takes a little bit too many hits. Like
he does. He seems to his selling point seems to be he outworks the other fighter.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got that power. He doesn't really sit down on his punches, does he?
Nah, and if he goes in there with a big puncher and he's taking that many hits, then it's dangerous.
It's one of those where I think he might need to move away from his uncle, because it could be that his uncle's just too close to him.
Maybe. And he doesn't want to.
I think it may benefit him to go with another trainer just to see how it is.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But yeah, it's something that they'll have to look at. I think that will only really happen if he gets a loss, like a official loss anyway. So yeah, and then speaking of other news, we haven't touched on that Katie Taylor fight versus Chantel Cameron.
That is true.
Was it an upset? I don't know. I predicted Katie Taylor.
You called it, didn't you?
I said
Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
I didn't want to comment.
To be honest, I hadn't seen anything in Chantel Cameron's fights that made me think she was going to win, and I thought it might be a case of the occasion would be too much for her, but she smashed it. And Katie Taylor,
I knew she was going to carry the weight in well, and I knew she was a bigger puncher than Chantel Cameron. That's one thing I say about Taylor. She's great, like in her little flurries, she does. But a lot of the time, they're little 1-2s, isn't they? 1-2s. She doesn't really have that much diversity in her punches.
No. I was watching a fight and I was like thinking, throw an uppercut.
Yeah.
And it just never came. Like, Taylor, very a little bit one dimensional. The thing that works for her is a work rate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the problem
And her
is,
chin.
and her chin, yeah. But the problem is, as she's got older, that work rate slowly tailed off a bit,
Yeah.
and her punch power, where she was fighting Chantal Cameron, obviously a bigger fighter, couldn't really tell as much. So
Yeah.
her strengths were sort of like nullified, really. And Chantal Cameron did everything right. I mean, she had a good punch selection.
Yeah.
She knew when to engage, when not to engage. Katie Taylor wasn't slipping any punches at all. And she went to Ireland, Cameron, didn't she? Like, she went to the other
Yeah.
person's backyard.
Went into the lines then.
Everything was against her, and she got the win. I'm glad
Yeah.
they didn't
Mad props for that.
try and rob her though.
Yeah, I had a little bit of doubt in the back of my mind whether that would happen.
Yeah.
You know, whenever a fighter goes into their backyard, you always kind of think the same with the Jack Catterall versus
Taylor.
Josh
Yeah,
Taylor
yeah,
fight.
it's true. It's true.
But no, I'm glad they didn't. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone wants to add any more fuel to that. Boxing not being fair. Fire.
Yeah. So no, that's good. But what do you reckon for Katie Taylor next?
I think she's got to stay at her weight. I can't see.
Well, Cameron said she would go down, didn't she?
She did, but I still think she loses. I still think Taylor loses. Unless there's a rehydration clause.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Chantal Cameron's still gonna blow up, and then if she blows up, then she's still gonna have that punch power. So I think maybe one more fight at her level, at her weight, and then I think maybe she should retire. I hate to say it about any fighters, but she's had a great run. She's got a great legacy. It's not like a bad thing to say. I don't feel like.
Nah, definitely not.
She's done amazing for women's sport in general. I think it's respectable for her if she wanted to step down. Like, no one would be against it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's us for this evening. There'll be more videos coming out shortly. Not sure which one's going to come out first, but if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe.
Yeah, and for either our previous video, you can click up here or over here. Peace.
Cheers.